Okay, today we're going to talk about how to determine the zeros or the x-intercepts from the quadratic. Okay, so we're going to start by factoring. So I'm going to make my little crisscross here, and we have a simple trinomial. So 1 and 1 on the left, and we need to find two numbers that will give us 8 when we multiply, and then the diagonals will add to 6. Okay, so we have 4 and 2. So that will give us 4 plus 2 on the diagonal, which is 6, which is our middle term. So we're going to go ahead and put that together. So we get x plus 4 and x plus 2. And then last but not least, we're going to find our x-intercepts. So for the x-intercept, we're going to let y equal 0. So x plus 4 equals 0. And x plus 2 equals 0, and then we're going to solve for x. So x is equal to -4, and x is equal to -2. So our coordinates are -4, 0, and -2, 0. Okay, the next one, we have a differences of squares. So 1 and 1, -3 and +3. So 3 and -3, when we add that together, we get 0, which is our middle term. So our factors are x minus 3 and x plus 3. So our x-intercepts are x minus 3 equals 0 and x plus 3 equals 0. So we have x equals 3 and x equals -3. So 3, 0 is one coordinate and -3, 0 is the other coordinate. Okay, let's look at another question. Okay, so this time we have to look for a little bit more information here. We have to find the zeros, the AOS, axis of symmetry, and the vertex. Okay, so we're going to start by factoring to find the zeros. So 1 and 1, because it's a simple trinomial. And we need two numbers that will multiply to give us -7. So it's a prime number, so we have to have 1 and 7. And one of the numbers has to be negative because we need -7. And since I need -6 in the middle, I'm going to go with -7 and a +1. Okay, so 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times -7 is -7. When we add that together, we get -6, which is our middle term. So putting it all together, x plus 1, x subtract 7. So the zeros are x equals -1. and x equals 7. So -1, 0, and 7, 0. Okay, next we're going to find the AOS, the axis of symmetry. So to do that, we're going to take the average of our zeros. So x is equal to -1 plus 7 divided by 2. And then we're going to go ahead and solve for x. So x is equal to 6 divided by 2. So x is equal to 3. Okay, next we need to find the vertex. So the AOS is the x value of the vertex. In other words, our h value. So in order to find the vertex, we're going to sub that x value back into the original equation. So we're going to sub x equals 3 into x squared minus 6x minus 7. So we get 3 squared minus 6 times 3 subtract 7. And then we get 9 minus 18 minus 7. So that gives us -9 minus 7, which is -16. So putting it all together, 3 and -16 is the vertex. Okay, that's it for today's lesson.